Ladies and gentlemen, the man that you're looking at, this is Willie Brown Jr. He was found hanging in Sacramento at a basketball court. His body was hanging from the basketball rim. And this was on October 19th, 2020. And they had a vigil for him on the 23rd. Of course, the family, quite naturally, they want answers. And we know what answer police departments in this country are instructed to give whenever they find a Black body hanging. By default, it's always a suicide because they don't want it declared as a federal crime and investigations. They don't want to waste their time with that. And plus, this gets whoever did it off the hook by screaming suicide. There's nobody to investigate, nothing. It's over. It's a suicide. Now, number one, we do not commit suicide like other groups do. And number two, you think with the history of hanging in America, this would be a Black man's first choice? It would be much easier just to shoot yourself. It would be quicker. So, ladies and gentlemen, this came out in the Sacramento Bee. Family demand answers for Black man found hanging from basketball rim in Sacramento. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to the audio to this article from the Sacramento Bee.
Family demands answers for Black man found hanging from basketball rim in Sacramento. Candles, flowers, photos and signs demanding a FBI investigation were placed in the center of a South Sacramento basketball court not far from where a Black father of four was found hanging from a basketball rim. The family and friends of 38-year-old Willie Brown Jr. gathered for a candlelight vigil there Friday night alongside community activists to share their grief and demand answers from authorities about what happened to him. Brown Jr. was found about 8:30 a.m. Monday at Countryside Community Park along Meadowhaven Drive, just east of Power Inn Road, according to the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, which is investigating the incident. His family has said he's being kept alive by life support machines, relying on ventilators to keep his lungs functioning. But they say his brain has not been responsive. His brother, Jonathan Brown, said it's been difficult for him to see his brother in a hospital bed and non-responsive. And that's not the image of his brother he wants remain ingrained in his memory. He said authorities need to investigate further, not try to sweep it under the rug. I want to get to the bottom of this, he told several dozen people gathered at the park. I just hope that somebody in this community say that they've seen something. I'm not taking that suicide for an answer.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
If you run a restaurant, you know.
All right, y'all. So, I'm just counting down the days it's going to take them to come back with suicide attempt, because we know where they're going with this. Number two, it's awfully funny. Cameras all around communities in America, but these hangings never seem to be caught on camera. And that's a consistent thing. Whoever's doing this, they know exactly where to take these men where it's never seen on camera. And that tells me it's an inside job. It is somebody that works for one of these local governments, whether it's the police or some kind of department, and they know where the cameras are and where they aren't. And they go to those locations with these Black guys and they hang them. Now, you can say, I don't know that for sure, but I just find it awfully funny. Every single lynching that we have seen recently, not one of them on camera, not one, but cameras are everywhere. But they just happen to consistently pick locations where there's no camera. I don't believe that's a coincidence. I think that's a load of BS, and I won't believe that. So, ladies and gentlemen, his family is hurting, and I understand. This man had 4 children. It is devastating for kids to even register that their parent is in the hospital for any reason. But for the reason he's in there for, found hanging, that is outrageous. And no, I do not believe he did this to himself. I don't believe it, y'all. But we shall see what the police investigation bring. I am not hopeful over anything they come back with, because we have seen the pattern of this over and over in the past. They don't want to find nothing because they don't want an investigation. And that's how you shut an investigation down, by screaming suicide, or in his case, they may come back and say attempted suicide because he's brain dead. They're saying there's no brain activity. So it's easy to say anything you want. It's not like he has a say in the entire matter at this point. But wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, he was found at 8 a.m. Monday. And that was the October 19th. And he was at a community park. Wow. So y'all don't put cameras up at parks? None at the parks? Really? I mean, so you mean to tell me somebody can kidnap a child at a park and there's no cameras there? So, you know, I will definitely try to stay on top of this, y'all, but I'm just telling you, I'm not too hopeful about what they're going to come back. You know, the police departments don't want to have anything with to do with investigations, especially from the feds. So they're going to give the typical answer we always hear, especially if he does not survive. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.